So it starts off with a major 7 arpeggio that outlines the F sharp chord. We start with just a basic shape and it goes up in octaves. All alternate picking starting with a downstroke. It's E string 13th fret, 14th fret, A string 13, 16, and then we just repeat it into the next octave. And we repeat that second octave, we repeat that, so. And the third, we go to the third octave, we have 18, 19 on the B. Then we have 18, 21 on the high E. We do that 3 times. So that whole arpeggio goes like this. Then we have a bend, at 19, we're going to bend up a whole step. And pick 19, 18, and then B string, 21st fret, then we have 19 on the B string, 16 on the E, 18. Then we bend up a half step, then back down, and pull off to 16, and then we have the 19th fret on the B string. Then we slide down to the 11th fret on the B string, but we're going to use our first finger. And then we hammer on from nowhere on the 11th fret G string. So far we have. And then we have a string skipping tapping section. Tap on the 16th fret A string, pull off to 9 on the A string, hammer on to 13, tap 16, pull off to 9, hammer on to 11. So that whole pattern goes like this, slow. Then we just repeat that in the next octave. So on the G string that would be 18, pull off to 11, hammer on to 15, tap 18, pull off to 11, hammer on to 13. Then we go back to our first octave. So slow, that's. Then we pull off to 9 on the A string. Hammer on to 11 on the E. Pull off to 9. Slide down to 7. Hammer on to 9, hammer on to 11. So that's. And then we slide up with our first finger to 4 on the A string. So that was the whole tapping section. Let me go to the 6th fret on the D string, do a palm mute, and then 6th fret on the B string. Slide up to 9 on the B string. Let me we go to 8 on the A string, and then 9 on the B string. Then we slide up to 16 on the B string, then 16 on the G string, back to 16 on the B, slide up to 19 on the B, and then we use our third finger on the G string. We have 20th fret. Then we go back to 19 on the B, and then use our third finger, 21st fret. So that whole section is. Do this part however you want. It's kind of a weird position for your fingers. Then we have a string skipping lick. And that is 6th fret A string, hammer on to 9 on the A string. When we skip a string to the G string, we have 6-8, just hammer on. Then we skip a string to the E string, we have 6-9, and that's a hammer on. And we pick 6. Then we hammer on to 7, pull off to 6. Then we skip a string, go back down. We have 8-6, that's a pull off on the G. And you can pull off if you want, or sometimes I pick it. And then we go back down, we have 9th fret A string, 6th fret. You can pull off or pick it. We go back up, hammer on to 9. Skip string, go to 6-8 on the G. Then we skip a string to the E string, and we're on 6-9. Then we slide up to 13. You can pick it or just slide up, whatever's easier. Then we pull off or pick to 9. Then 11 on the G, 10, and then 13. And then pull off to 10. And then we end with a pentatonic lick. All alternate picking starting with a downstroke. So we ended on that pull off to the 10th fret on the G string. Then we kind of have like a weird stretch here, a position shift. So we're going to use our second finger on the 13th fret of the A string. So this is just an ascending 6-note pattern, a super typical ascending 6-note pattern in pentatonic. Essentially, it's right there, but it's going to be almost impossible to go from here to there in that quick of a time. So we start here. We have 13th fret A string, and then we go to the D string. We have 11, 13, 15, and then 13, 15 on the G. And then we go back to the D string, and we have 13, 15, 13, 15 on the G. Then we have 14, 16 on the B string. And then we shift. Now we're at our home bass pentatonic shape. For first position, the 18th fret on the D string, 18, 20, and then G string, same thing, 18, 20. Then we have 18, 21 on the B, 18, 20 on the G, 18, 21 on the B, and then 18, 21 on the high E. we end with a bend on the 23rd fret. We bend it up a whole step. And get some vibrato on it if you can. If you can't, it's whatever. So here's the whole thing, the whole solo slow.